What is up, guys? It's Superken for Superken Game from the channel. Please subscribe, leave a comment saying aye, thumbs up. If you like the video already, share this video with your friends. Prepare to feel old because this is the top 10 games from 1996. These games are 20 years old. Number 10, Descent 2. Descent 2 is a first-person shooter game developed by Parallax Software and published by Interplay Productions. This game came out originally for PC in 1996 and later for PlayStation in 1997. Descent 2 is a 6 degrees of freedom shooter where the player controls a flying ship from a first-person's perspective in zero gravity. It was different from standard first-person shooters at the time in that it allowed players to move and rotate in any 3D direction. The game received very positive reviews and was praised for its graphics, improved multiplayer, AI, and added guide bot for the confusing map. Number 9, Duke Nukem 3D. Duke Nukem 3D is a first-person shooter game developed by 3D Realms and published by GT Interactive Software, originally for PC in 1996 and later ported to Sega Saturn, PlayStation, Nintendo 64, Genesis, Xbox 360, mobile, PlayStation 3, 4, Vita, and Xbox One. The gameplay of Duke Nukem 3D involves moving through levels presented from the protagonist's point of view, shooting enemies on the way. The environments in Duke Nukem 3D are highly destructible and interactive. Most props can be destroyed by the player, and it was praised for its speed, imaginative weapons, 3D level design, environment, and multiplayer mode. Number 8, Tomb Raider. Tomb Raider is an action-adventure game developed by Core Design and published by Eidos Interactive. It was originally released in 1996 for Sega Saturn, PlayStation, and PC, and was later remade for the PSP, Wii, PlayStation 2, 3, and Xbox 360 in 2007. Upon its release in 1996, the game was widely praised by gaming magazines for its revolutionary graphics, inventive gameplay, and involving storyline. Number 7, Command & Conquer Red Alert. Command & Conquer Red Alert is a real-time strategy computer game produced by Westwood Studios and released by Virgin Interactive. This game originally came out for PC in 1996, later the PlayStation in 1997 and the PlayStation Network in 2009. Red Alert was praised for its user interface, which claimed to be more developed than the competing games of its time. Players could queue commands, create unit groups that could be selected by a number key, and control numerous units at a time. The game was known to be easy to control, simple to learn, and responsive to users' commands. It also featured two factions that had different styles of play. Red Alert is also hailed as one of the first games to feature competitive online play. Number 6, Wipeout XL, or Wipeout 2079. Wipeout XL is a futuristic racing game developed and published by Psygnosis. Originally released for PlayStation in 1996 and later came to PC and Sega Saturn in 1997. The game received considerable praise for its technically challenging racing and fusion of pop culture elements. Many critics praised the unique blend of techno music and designer logos in one cohesive futuristic racing universe as the beginning of a new trend in gaming to tap into pop culture and other arts, which was made possible by the new storage space of the time. Number 5, Resident Evil. Resident Evil, known in Japan as Biohazard, is a survival horror game developed and released by Capcom originally for the PlayStation in 1996 and later came to PC and Sega Saturn in 1997 and Nintendo DS in 2006. This PlayStation game became a bestseller in North America, selling over 5 million units. Described as one of those rare games that's almost as entertaining to watch as it is to play. Praised for its combination of challenging combat and puzzles, making it effectively terrifying. Number 4, Diablo. Diablo is an action role-playing hack-and-slash game developed by Blizzard North and released by Blizzard Entertainment originally for PC in 1996 and later came to PlayStation in 1998. Most praised the game's addictive gameplay, immense replayability, dark atmosphere, superior graphics, moody musical score, and its great variety of possible magic items, enemies, levels, and quests. Number 3, Quake. Quake is a first-person shooter game developed by id Software and published by GT Interactive, originally for PC in 1996 and later came to Sega Saturn in 1997 and Nintendo 64 in 1998. The game engine developed for Quake, the Quake engine, popularized several major advances in the 3D game genre. Polygonal models instead of pre-rendered sprites, full 3D level design instead of a 2.5D map, pre-rendered light maps, and allowing end users to practically program the game, which popularized fan-created modifications. Number 2, Civilization 2. Sid Meier's Civilization 2 is a turn-based strategy game developed and published by Microprose. It was the first released in 1996 for the PC and later ported to the Sony PlayStation in 1998. Computer Gaming World gave it the Strategy Game of the Year, and this game proved to be one of the most influential games of its type, changing to an isometric view, adding hit points, and was ranked number 3 on IGN's top 100 games of all time way back in 2007. And number 1, the best game that came out in 1996. I know many of you saw this coming, but Super Mario 64. Super Mario 64 is a 1996 platform game developed and published by Nintendo for the Nintendo 64 and was one of the launch titles for the console, and was later remade for the Nintendo DS in 2004. Super Mario 64 is the best-selling Nintendo 64 game with over 11 million copies sold. In the game, Mario explores Princess Peach's castle and of course must rescue her from Bowser. As one of the earlier 3D platforming games, Super Mario is based on open-world playability, degrees of freedom through all three axes in space, and relatively large areas which are composed primarily of true 3D polygons as opposed to only 2D sprites. The game established a new archetype for the 3D genre, much as Super Mario Bros. Did for 2D side-scrolling platformers. And the evolution from 2 dimensions to 3, Super Mario 64 places an emphasis on exploration of the vast worlds that require the player to complete multiple diverse missions, in addition to the occasional linear obstacle courses as in traditional platform games. While doing so, it still preserves many gameplay elements and characters of earlier Mario games. The game has left a lasting impression on 3D game design, particularly notable for its use of dynamic camera system and the implementation of its 360 degrees analog control. The title is acclaimed by many critics and fans as one of the greatest and most revolutionary video games of all time. Thank you guys so much for watching my top 10 games from 1996. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe for the next year, in 1997, the top 10 games for 1997, which will release when this video reaches 100 views. I'll start working on the 1997 video, but if this video doesn't get any views, if it's not popular, I'll stop. But thank you guys so much for watching. Subscribe if you're new to the channel. Please hit the thumbs up. Share this with your friends to help me hit that 100 views. And of course, stay beautiful.